run for it! Oh god, this is what you get when you skip PE. Oh my god, you never know when this shit like this is gonna happen. We turned and ran out the door. We were incredibly lucky to be positioned close to the exit otherwise. I feared we would have stood no chance in escaping. As we sprinted out the room, I felt the unnatural quickness of the creature rushing after us. It was close. Anita's room was the nearest safety. I rushed in with Anita following quickly. We both turned and slammed the door behind us just in the nick of time. The door frame shook as the creature threw itself at the door. Anita and I both braced against it as we tried desperately to hold the door shut. I saw the handle rotate, reacting sharply with senses heightened by adrenaline. I yanked the handle back upright, supporting it with both hands. Anita joined me while keeping her body weight pressed against the door. A spine-tingling sound came from the other side of the door. A furious wail echoed in the corridor as the creature pounded menacingly against the door. What are we going to do? Keep this door shut! We can't let it come in or we're toast! The monstrous noise continued. It pounded against the door like a battering ram. But still, we held on with our bodies pushing back. Thank our lucky stars this door opens inwards. I don't think we could have held on if it opened the other way. The screaming outside died and suddenly all was quiet. Annie and I exchanged a look of confusion. What happened? Why did it go quiet all of a sudden? Do you think it's still out there? Anita pressed her ear against the door. A look of deep concentration spread across her face. I think I hear something. Did you hear that? Shh. Listen. The classic bitch is crying in a corner. With the raining cloud above their head. Classic horror. Classic horror. The sound was faint at first, but there was no mistaking it. That sounded like someone's crying. A little girl. What's a little girl doing here? Maybe she came out from the painting. Or maybe it's a trap. Help me. Help! Somebody! Oh god, I don't believe it. There's actually someone out there. This can't be real. Rachel, are you there? Please help me. That voice. There was familiarity in the voice. I let out a gasp as I make the connection. Hannah? Is that you? What? It can't be. Rachel, help me. Don't leave me behind again. Don't listen to it. That's not your sister. It just can't be. I'm scared. Please don't leave me. Please save me, Rachel. I don't want to be alone. Ooh. Ooh. Goddamn. These choices, man. This is actually really good. I'm liking this. Holy shit. I really don't trust it, though. No, that's what Hannah said. Don't fucking trust her. Don't fucking trust her. So you know what? Don't answer the fucking door, because she's probably over there waiting for us to pop our heads off. No. I don't believe you. You're not Hannah. My little sister would never try to lure me out to be killed by some monster. You need to try harder than that if this is all you got. Rachel, you have to believe me. Just open the door. I won't. Not for a creep like you. Sis, open the door. Just open the door, you fucking maggot. Open the door, I will kill you slowly. I'll rip your eyes out. I'll tear the meat off your bones. I'll drown your friend in a pool of your own blood. The longer you delay the inevitable, the more I'll make your life torture. Open the door now! Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch. I knew it. I fucking knew it. The room descended to emptiness. Hearing the threats was left, Anita and I paralyzed with fear. All we could do was share a look of distraught and keep that door shut. The sound of shuffling feet paced back and forth in the hallway. Sometimes it disappeared into another room, only to return a moment later. Now and then it would try the door, but we'd spring up to resist it. Some time passed since the sound of it moved away. The corridor was silent for a considerable time. Do you think it's gone? Where could it have disappeared to? Maybe it went back into the painting to rest. I don't think so. I think I heard it in the other room. Then what should we do? We can't stay here forever. Eventually, it'll get inside. We need to find a way out. That would mean opening the door and sneaking out. Oh, God! Hey, it's going to be alright. Listen to me. I'm just so scared. I can't cope. I don't think I can take much more of this. We won't have to. We're safe for now, Anita. I need you to be strong. I promised you we'll get out of here alive. The two of us will make it through. I'll protect you, okay? This will all be over soon, but for now, you must be brave. If we have each other's back, then no one could break us. Okay. Thank you, Rachel. I'm glad you're here with me. You've always been so strong. And you've always been a good friend. I'll try to be as strong as you. That's good. Have you heard anything from outside? No, I haven't heard anything for a while. I think the last time I heard it was in my parents' room. That's the last time I've heard anything, too. Maybe it is safe now. Ugh! Damn it! Damn it! God. I hope I've... Oh, no, I have a limited amount of saves. Fuck! Alright. YOLO! I think we should try it. Let's sneak out now. Okay then. You go ahead. I'll follow behind. Why do I always have to be the one to go first? 'Cause you're braver than me. I'll admit it. Alright, just stay close, okay? I'll open the door a little first to take a look. I turned the handle as gently as I could and pulled the door open just enough for me to squeeze my head through. We lowered our voices. Do you see anything? No, it's all clear. Let me just take a look around the corner. I cautiously eased my upper body out the door and peeked down the corridor. It looks safe right now. Come on, let's hurry out of here. I crawled out the door, keeping myself small, disrupting my weight as not to creak any old floorboards. I need to follow suit and ducked low behind me. We approached the top of the stairs slowly, constantly on alert for signs of the creature. We were ready to bolt at any sign of it. I took the first step, planting my feet hesitantly before easing my body weight onto it. Feeling more confident, I began descending the stairs at a steady pace. I looked up at Anita and gave her a nod of encouragement. I could see how nervous she was. Her trembling hands gripped the railings of her for support. As quietly as we could, we both took steps in rhythm. This is it. The point of no return. We were too far from the bedroom to abandon the plan. I focused on taking one step at a time, making sure to spread my weight to avoid making any sound. The bottom drew nearer. The front door is not far now. The finish line was in sight. A faint glimmer of hope returned to my heart. In my excitement, I took a heavy step. The plank beneath me creaked. In the stillness of the night, I resonated like a hammer drop. I turned to Anita. She returned a horrified look. Behind her, our dark silhouette grew larger. I locked eyes with it as it came hurling down the stairs. Run! I tugged Anita's wrist and sprinted like my life depended on it. I didn't turn back, but kept a tight tether on Anita. A whirlwind of shrieks chased us. I felt the creature's presence nearby. I ran like a maniac. Anita was keeping up, but so was the creature. Closing on the front door, I reached for the locks and quickly threw the door open. The cold night welcomed us. I took a step outside and glanced back for Anita. She ran into my arms and let out a panicked cry. Right on her heels, I saw the monster. It was nearly upon us. It leaped forward like an animal. I fell back with Anita still in my arms. I shut my eyes, embracing bracing for impact. But that moment never came. I opened my eyes and saw we were still lying on the concrete road outside. I expected the thing to be tearing at us as we lay helplessly on the ground. We should be dead, but here we were, without a scratch on us, undisturbed. Anita helped me to my feet. Look! I followed her finger back to the house. There at the porch, the monster remained. It lashed out towards us, but seemed unable to move forward. It was like an invisible wall keeping it at bay. The creature was unable to reach us. I moved a little towards it, stopping just outside the boundaries of its reach. I dared to look in its eyes. Menace flared up in it. Its jaws snapped and spat. It felt like it was staring death in I felt like I was staring death in the face. Despite their relative safety, I could not help but feel frail standing next to this thing. Suddenly, the creature stopped. It instantly lost all interest in me. It turned and disappeared back inside the house, leaving me and Anita outside. We were free. We did it! We've escaped! Oh my god! I can't believe it! I didn't think we'd make it! I know, right? What a relief! Holy crap! What happens now? We should just get the hell out of here. I'd rather be as far away from here as possible. Come on, we should get going. Hey, wait! Oh god, what about my parents? Huh? What happens when they come back? We can't let them go into the house with that thing loose. Anita, we just escaped, man! But my parents don't know what's going on. If we leave that thing in there, my parents will just be walking to their death. We have to do something. Don't go back or return to the house to destroy monster. Oh my god. I mean, do we have to do it immediately? Can we, like, investigate further about this mysterious painting, you know? Can we, do that? I don't know. Alright. Fuck it. Return to house. Destroy the monster! You're right. Your parents will be walking into a trap. We can't leave them like that. We have to go back inside and destroy that thing. Thank you, Rachel. I'm really glad you'll help save my parents. But how are we going to kill it? How do we even fight that thing? It's true. We haven't found any of its weakness. Maybe we can stab it? Take some knives from the kitchen? I don't know about that. We have to be smarter than a full frontal assault. We could sneak up on it, lure it out, and get it that way. Maybe. I'm just thinking. We've seen that thing up close. It's going to be hard to put a dent on that thing. There must be something it's afraid of. What do we know about it? We just saw it trapped by some invisible wall. Maybe we can use that somehow. The painting! What if we destroy the painting? Maybe something will happen if we destroy it, like it's the source of its power or something like that. You really think so? Isn't it just using the painting as a doorway to our world? Yes, but it's clearly important in some way. There's something definitely important about it. I think it's worth a shot. Okay then. That's probably better than anything I can come up with. I trust you. Alright, you ready? No. But then again, I never will be. So let's do it. We walked back to the house and returned to the scene of our nightmare. The place was quiet. We half expected the monster to be lying in wait, ready to jump us at any moment. Evidently, it didn't expect our return. We may have this to our advantage. Where do you think it went? It probably didn't expect us to return, so maybe it went back inside the painting. What for? Maybe it needs to recover there. I don't know. Let's look around a little more, just to be sure this place is safe. We scout out the ground floor, moving from room to room. After a quick scan, it was clear this level was empty. It's not here. Let's keep quiet. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's far away. Okay, how are we going to do this? The kitchen. We can set it on fire. You go put the stove on and get a fire going. I'll go get the painting. Sure thing. Anita darted to the kitchen, energized by the prospect of defeating the monster. I am bled to the painting, its frame glistened with the light of a different world. Carefully, I lifted it from the wall. It was a little heavier than I expected. Its size made it the more awkward to carry to the kitchen. My view was mostly obscured whilst carrying the large frame, and I had to be extra careful as not to bump into anything. A hissing sound from the other room indicated to me that a fire was ready. I sidled into the kitchen, and Anita rushed over to help me carry the painting. I looked over to the stove and saw that they were all on full blast. So you came back. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Freely you walk about into the jaws of death. It would seem you are drawn to me. If you desire your end that much, then allow me to oblige. I rushed forward and plucked Anita into the sky. I stepped forward, but a flailing arm knocked me backward. The painting flew out of my arms. Anita let out a pained squeal. The creature focused all of her malice on her and threatened to rip her apart. I had to act fast. Throw the painting into a fire! I sprung back into my feet and hoisted the painting over my head. Only then did the creature shoot me a glance. Its look unreadable. I hurled the painting into the fire. It catches fire instantly, erupting in a sheet of flames. Ember stands on its surface, and soon it was glowing an iridescent color. The room trembled with a terrible scream. The monster thrashed about in some distress. It cursed and flailed as it staggered around the room. All of a sudden, in bright light flashes, it burst into flames. The creature was a walking fireball. All the while, it was still clinging on to Anita. She let out a weak cough. Her body was burning from the monster's touch. The creature's scream grew more terrifying. It was completely engulfed in flames. It dropped Anita and charged through the house. Danger flared up in me. I noticed other pockets of fire lighting up around us. The whole house was catching fire! The rampaging demon saw it, that the place would go down in smoke. Take Anita and run, okay? Just go. Her parents asked, the house burned down, okay? Anita was my top priority. I dashed over to her. Are you alright? Anita coughed uncontrollably for a while. We need to get out of here. Can you stand? I think so. Just help me up. What happened to the painting? It's burning. Don't worry. She glanced over to the painting and confirmed this to herself. She can hear the creature rampaging in the living room. A warm glow radiated from the door, indicating other parts of the house was catching fire. The building creaked as the foundation started to warp under the heat. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. Anita swung an arm around my shoulder for support. She continued to cough as we staggered for the exit. Forms of smoke masked our vision. The heat stung our eyes and oxygen was burning up. This place became a death trap. The longer we stayed, our chance of escape dwindled. As we approached the end of the hallway, a silhouette emerged out of the fire. The creature cut in between us and the exit. In the fiery inferno, the creature's menacing eyes burned more intense. Ooh, those grabby hands. Ooh. Patches of its skin have burned away, a warning of what will happen if we remain here. Little insects! You think you're very clever, don't you? You don't get to leave here. This burning hell will be your tomb! It lurched forward, challenging us. There's no way around it. Go back! We turned clumsily back for the kitchen, Anita hobbling awkwardly. We could circle around to the living room. If the creature followed behind us, we can rotate the other way and reach the front door. I helped Anita as we went to the living room. We didn't get far when the monster cut us off yet again. It was too smart to be caught out like that. We pedaled and retreated to the kitchen. The monster rushed in from the other side, making sure we wouldn't try getting around it again. We were cornered. I felt inevitable as it closed in on us. What do we do now? Right beside us, the painting lay on the stove. I dragged it down, stamping out the fire. What are you doing? I don't know. Maybe we can use this? Probably attack monster with painting, maybe? Because if we hide, we're kind of fucked, because we're taking her place, I imagine. The creature advanced. It didn't take long for it to be right on top of us. I lifted the painting up over my head and charged at it. Using the painting like a shield, I threw my weight against the monster. Shockwaves traveled through me as I collided into it. It didn't wait for a response. Anita, get out of here! I brought the painting back and cracked it over the beast. I lifted a protective arm as I continued pummeling it. Anita scrambled to my side, refusing to surrender to her injury. She grabbed a chair to join me. She rammed the feet of the chair into the body of the creature. I was thinking of... Oh my god, I can't fucking read. Holy shit. It's just so intense, man. I can't keep up with reading this. Damn. I was thankful for her help. I was beginning to feel weak from the lack of oxygen. Still, we fought on. We were running on fumes. The creature let out a bellow and lashed back. Its anger erupted like a volcano. As if it had suddenly had enough of toying with us, it ripped our weapons from our hands and tossed them to the side. The beast delivered a blow to each of us, sending us crumbling to the floor. I struggled to breathe. The exertion was depleted, the loss of what little energy I had left in me. Ooh! Without warning, I was lifted high above the creature. Its tendrils danced around me in rhythm to the flames. I saw a cloth beneath me. A flash of light zipped across, then pain spread across my stomach. I felt light all of a sudden. Somewhere near screamingly, an abdomen tore open. I gasped spews out of me as I feel the weight of something spill out of me. I opened my eyes and witnessed the horror of what happened. On my hands was something warm and wet. The hair on my back of my neck pricked up. I could hardly believe my eyes. Part of me was trying to make sense of what was cradled in my arms, to give it any other meaning besides the reality. A deep hole was ripped in my abdomen where my guts poured out. My arms were the only thing keeping them from spilling all over the floor. The creature did not relent. It demanded more. It held me down and began pulling me apart. I feel the sinews that tied me together snap apart. There was no resistance. My body snapped in two. I heard my innards splatter on the ground. The pain was all too much. The overwhelming sensation built up until I no longer felt anything at all. The world became numb. Everything receded as if a black mist was filling the room. Satisfied with its work, the creature let me drop. It turned and marched towards Anita. She screamed. I let out a final cry. As the sound left my body, so too does my last slither of life. Shit, we got a bad ending, didn't we? I want a good ending! Ending 23, split. Alright. Well, shit. So what do we do then? So did we both go into the painting then? I kind of wonder. Huh. Alright, well, I'll be back to that point. Okay. We're back. Alright, so we talked to the monster with painting. Didn't work. I'm pretty sure if we hid Anita inside painting but left us ourselves outside, we would just have the exact same ending. So, I'm gonna say both hide inside painting. We should go into the painting. Are you mad? We have nowhere left to run. That thing has us cornered. If we stay here, we won't last long. The only safety left is inside the painting. That thing won't be able to get us from there. What are you saying? What you're saying is pretty much imprisonment. How do we know we'll be able to get out of it? Face it, we're dead if we don't. I don't like this any more than you do, but here we have a chance of survival. But can we get back out? I don't know. That thing came out of it before. Maybe we can too. Walls of fire enclosed us and looked at our heels. The creature seemed unfazed and stood there waiting for our next move. Okay then. I do it. Good. I lowered the painting to the floor. The surface of the portal shimmered. Anita stepped in first, her feet disappearing like she was dipped into an opaque pool. I watched as she jumped all the way in, vanishing into the floor. The breeze continued to fall. I take one last look at the creature. It still didn't move. The portal swirled beneath me. Staring into it gave me a sense of vertigo. Who knew where this thing lead? Whatever it was, it had to be better than this. I closed my eyes and jumped forward. My body wrestled with the confusion of falling for a prolonged period of time. I flailed about, trying to find which way was up. Soon enough, I landed on top of Anita on steady ground. The portal was still visible from the side. The edges of the portal glistened and began to shrink, strangely conjured up an image of a body bag being zipped close. As quickly as the thought had left me, the portal vanished and the world descended into darkness. Anita got to her feet and looked at me quizzically. I didn't say a word. There was nothing I could say. We were in a new world now. None of us knew what path lay before us. We turned our attention to our new landscape and peered into the dark. Oh shit, really? Oh, damn it! I didn't want that. So do I have to stay there behind then and only save Anita? What the fuck can I do? I want a good ending, god damn it. I need to have the good ending. Reload. Anita, get the fuck in there. Anita, jump inside. What? Are you crazy? It's not safe here. We're cornered with nowhere left to go. The only safe left is inside the painting. That thing will be able to get you from there. But how will I be able to get out? Can I be trapped in there? I'll be out here. As long as I'm on the outside, I won't let the portal close on you. You're injured right now. It's going to be impossible to get you out of here. Inside the painting, I'll be able to smuggle you safely. Alright then. I trust you have a plan. I lowered the painting to the floor. The surface of the portal shimmered. Anita stepped in, her feet disappearing like she was dipped into an opaque pool. I watched as she jumped all the way in and vanished into the floor. The breeze continued to fall. The creature regarded this unexpected turn of events. It patiently waited for my next move, seemingly unconcerned with the fire around us. Come on! What are you waiting for? Cornered insect. How desperate you are to surrender your friend like that. But it was a mercy you spared her of a more grotesque, gruesome fate, and yet you stay here alone. Are you so ignorant of the suffering I'll put you through? If you are wise, you'd follow your friend into the painting. I'm not running this time. If you're going to kill me, then just get on with it. The creature moved in, bringing a wall of fire with it. I wondered if the heat affected my judgment. I felt lightheaded, but continued to stand strong, drawing strength from an unknown source. The beast towered over me. It was ready to strike, and I was right where I needed it to be. I kicked the painting across the floor. It slid slowly on the ceramic tiles and whisked past the creature. It looked back in confusion. Now, Anita! Get out! Run! The creature turned back to me, fury burning in its eyes. It dug a clawed fist into my neck and pulled me close. You think you can save her? Stupid little insect. It doesn't matter whose life I claim. The creature lifted me up by the neck. Its claws began to tighten. I opened my mouth to scream, but only a gurgle escaped. My legs kicked out in an attempt to fight the creature off. Dangling there, I felt powerless. I was out of ideas. This time there was no escaping death. It was everywhere I looked. Every corner of the house was enveloped in a sheet of fire. It was a race between which end could claim me first. At the corner of my eye, I saw something move. Behind the beast, a silhouette rushed forward. Anita held the painting high in the air. With renewed vigor, she brought it down over the monster. Something shocking happened, as the beast suddenly vanished into the painting when Anita slammed it over the monster. A terrifying wail erupted around us. Come on, let's go! Anita helped me to my feet. I struggled to catch my breath. I need to put an arm around me and began ushering me to the exit. Wait! I plunged the painting on the floor. I needed to rid my mind and dashed over it to toss it into the burning wall of fire. The painting lit up instantaneous. A shrill scream echoed split through the roaring flames. Somewhere we knew the creature was dying. We wasted no time lingering and left the house. Once outside, we turned back to what the blaze stood that consumed everything. Only the black skeletal structure of the house was visible. Nothing could survive a fire like that. We saw it with our own eyes. The demon was destroyed along with the painting. Anita and I shared a look. Words could not express what we had just been through. Somehow we both lived through this nightmare. It took half an hour for the firefighters to arrive. When they put out the blazing inferno, the house was nothing but rubble. Only whispers and ashes remained. An ambulance came to take me away. I was unresponsive to their questioning. They understood and left me alone to have my silence. In time, they'll be asking questions. They had all the time in the world. A team of investigators scored the records of any survivors. Jesus Christ. As expected, there was nothing to be found. But there was something peculiar about the site. Some of the investigators believed it was some prank, that someone must have tampered with the investigation and secretly gained access to the site. For among the ruins, they found something strange. Uh-oh. Out of all the destruction, this one object had been found in great condition. No one knew where it came from, and no one knew of the destruction it caused. Two survivors. Well, we got a good ending, so I'll take it. I imagine there is a way to, like, free our sister, or at least get her, because there was, like, that mentioning of it. But that will be it for this game. I'm expecting it to be a little bit longer than what it was, but I imagine if we go through all the ending routes, it'll be longer. But Grotesque Beauty, what did I think of it? It was pretty good. Your choices actually really mattered. And I kind of wondered if some of the, your endings based upon what you said at the beginning, because the beginning didn't seem like it mattered that much, or what you did, but later on your choices did matter depending on what you chose. You got a death scene. But yeah, Grotesque Beauty gave me quite a fright during that one scene, which is so weird it gave me the fright right there. I think it was just like the noise mixed with the scream that freaked me out. It was just something unexpected. So good job, Grotesque Beauty. Good job at scaring me. Like, some games kind of perturb me a little bit, but not really full on screaming out loud. Oh my god! So I'll give you that, Grotesque Beauty. You succeeded in that department. But I will be exploring the other endings on my own time, because I'm really curious about them, and see what the, like, probably the best ending would be. But we got a good enough ending for me. For me, anyway. But yeah, would I recommend this? Hell yeah. Go play it. Like, the story is really engaging. I really liked it. It really sucked you in. A few typos here and there, and some of the wording was a little weird and wonky, in my personal opinion. Like, I wouldn't have worded things that way. But still pretty good. Really good. I'm trying to think of a visual novel that got me this intrigued by it, and I'll say it's been a while since a visual novel that's got me, like, really hooked onto it. Other than, like, sexy boys and shit. But yeah. Artwork was very interesting. Like, that's all I can really say about it. It was interesting. It's not, like, the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So that's all I'm gonna say about the artwork. But yeah, if you want to explore the endings, by all means, buy the Grotesque Beauty, give it a shot. It's pretty good. I recommend it. And that'll be it for this episode of Halloween Time. Thank you all for joining me, as I am Tara the Fox, you are the viewer, and of course I hope to see you next time.